First thing I like to say is good morning, unless you're a tweaker, then it's just hey. You know what I love most about the morning time? Absolutely nothing. In fact, I can't stand it so much that this is a morning video, and yet I'm recording it in the afternoon. I don't like it when people tell me good morning when I, in fact, have not had a good morning. Trying to hold a conversation with me at 7 in the morning is like trying to walk out of Walmart without showing your receipt. You'll be met with resistance, anger, and for 10 seconds you'll know what it's like to be a minority, because even if you did absolutely nothing wrong, some old lady's gonna make you feel like you did. The old lady is me, by the way, or at least that's what I feel like. It's painful to wake up. I gotta use my morning wood like a kickstand and roll out of bed. That's why now my alarm clock is whenever the fuck I wake up. I got up at 5 a.m. one time, just to try it. And by lunchtime, hell, I didn't know if it was time to eat or go to bed. I guess the one positive is when I first wake up in the morning, my voice is deeper than usual, and some people find it sexy. I remember one time I went up to the Waffle House one morning. The girl up there said my voice was cute, to which I replied, "Shut up, bitch, make my pancakes." I'm joking, y'all. I would never say that. I would never. I prefer waffles. I'm single, by the way. I don't ask for much, just a couple back rubs every now and again, because my back hurts from, carrying this app for the past year and a half. What really bothers me, though, is morning people. Like my neighbor, she's a morning person. She be doing that shit every morning. I wake up every morning to watch the sunrise. It's just so peaceful, and I watch the birds, and it's just me time. It's my own personal space. Menopause is hell, ain't it? I've never gotten up before 5 a.m. Well, minus that one time, but that was just because her husband got off a night shift at 6. I'm just joking, y'all. That is not the type of person that I am. So I stayed. They say the early bird gets the worm, and well, that might be true, but the cat gets the birdie at 12:30, and the cat just lays around licking his balls all day. I mean, what does that say about your stupid-ass motivational quote? Anyways, I hope y'all have a good day. I reckon. I remember this one time me and the boys went camping back on the river. Well, at least y'all weren't laying around doing drugs, some of you may be thinking, but nah. No, we just couldn't afford them. My buddy Lane brought one of them 2-person tents. We stuffed 5 grown men in that thing, slinkies of starfish. We was mighty prideful that evening. My buddy Cree came with us. He's black, which means we lied and told him we were going to walk around Walmart. We had enough guns out there to give Ted Nugent a hard-on. We bought them just in case Bigfoot showed up, or even worse, the skunk ape. His crazy cousin that gets way too drunk at house parties and that makes everything racial. One of the South's biggest threats outside of Hogzilla and table salt. Yeah, he's no stranger to my neck of the woods, probably because the ass terrain's too shitty. And let me be perfectly clear, I ain't got no problem with a skunk ape unless I see him, then yeah, we probably gonna have a problem. Fortunately, we didn't see the skunk ape that night, but that didn't mean we were in the clear. Have y'all ever heard the sound of a pack of screaming coyotes in the middle of the night? If you ain't ever heard it, go Google it real quick. I'll wait on you. No, I'm just kidding. No, I won't. That shit is nightmare fuel, all right? 4 a.m., we all stuffed up in that tent like a can of sardines. About that time they started going, they sound like they're 10 feet from us. You know that one scene in the Blair Witch Project where the witch goes touching up on the tent and everyone just shoots out of the tent, just blindly out into the woods in the dead of night like some bunch of dumbasses? We didn't do that, but I do remember looking to my left and my buddy Cree had evaporated into thin air. This man teleported back to his house. Is that why people discriminate? Because these motherfuckers got superpowers? Only thing I could muster up in that moment was the shit in my pants. My buddy Lane, on the other hand, treated this like it was his one chance in life to be a total badass, because Lane was redheaded, so his opportunities were limited. This man burst out the tent like John Rambo on Roid Rage. Hell, it sounded like World War III out there, except this is South Georgia, see, it was just another typical Tuesday. It was like that one scene in Predator where they just mow the whole wood line down. So much innocent vegetation. Tree huggers everywhere felt this disturbance, but they could not pinpoint the location as frustrations ensued. This man didn't hit shit but air and opportunity. I will say, though, that was the last time I heard from them coyotes. That was the last time I heard from Cree as well. He's fine. I just think he's got PTSD. The man won't even take a ride to the store now. I seen him walking down the road the other day. I was like, bruh, don't you got your own car? He's like, man, I don't even trust myself. Listen, Uncle Jerry, I know you do drugs, and I don't judge, but if we're going to do Thanksgiving at your house this year, we're going to need you to get some light bulbs. It's just last year you pulled that shit at Christmas with the whole candlelit dinner theme. The whole family was confused. They didn't know whether to open presents after or sleep with each other. The eggs are supposed to be deviled, not fertilized. I mean, it wouldn't even be that dark in here if you would just take the trash bags off the windows. No, don't get me wrong. Ain't nothing quite like a good family get-together at the trap house. It's just, do you have to excuse yourself from the dinner table every 5 seconds to sell an 8-ball? And if you do, could you at least invest in some baggies instead of using the to-go boxes? Last year I had to take my leftovers home in a used can of Del Monte corn. Hey, wasn't it Christy that showed up with the Instant Mash last year? Okay, yeah, I thought so. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, you know how families do that thing where they don't invite someone and then a couple days later they're like, hey, where was my invitation? And we're all like, oh, we didn't really do invitations this year. We just kind of showed up. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. In fact, we're gonna make it abundantly clear we don't want that bitch here. We're gonna send her an invitation and not be invited. Listen, Jerry, I know your idea of takeout is how many members of Applebee's security you can drop before getting tased, but I'm referring to the food because nobody wants to cook on your stove. Damn thing's got a felony charge attached to it. Probably has something to do with the fact that you only use it when you're whipping up Easy Crack. Jerry, hey, I like my women like I like my turkey. Just the breast. Hey, you better not tell my mama I said that shit. I swear to God, you'll be back in rehab by Tuesday. Hey, you think you could pick me up the day of, though? Because my car's been acting kind of funny. No, I do not want you to look at it. I'm bringing my own silverware to the party this year, by the way. Last time I ate with one of your spoons, my wisdom teeth were numb for 3 days, which looking back on it now is kind of impressive considering I haven't had them in 10 years. Isn't it weird that the holidays is like the only time of the year you ever really get to see your family? Now, Jerry, I ain't talking about you now. I see you every day. You stand outside Circle K looking like a Walmart greeter. Is this your new girlfriend? Haha, I'm Bryce. Kim? Oh, okay. Now, is that short for Kimberly or Chemtrail? Jerry, what's up with all this aluminum foil? I know you ain't talking to the aliens again. You got a fire alarm with a bad battery somewhere in here. We're gonna have to get rid of that before... Oh, that's your ankle monitor? Can you do us all a favor and not stick a beer can up the turkey's ass this year, especially if you're just gonna forget about it 3 minutes later and threaten the children? They say a woman only loves a man under the condition that he provides something for her. Not in the South, he don't. Nope, not down here. The less the better. No job? Good. No car? Great. No insurance? Perfect. That last one's actually pretty common. Now all you need is just a bitter baby mama and you're free to get all the free poon your little heart desires. And that's how you end up with a 10. And by 10, I mean 24, because, you know, that's the age she is, still going to high school parties while her parents are at the house watching her kid who's 2 weeks. Don't even try to be there for the kids, man. You gonna push that baby out and give him cute little nicknames like, oh, he's my little grape, and then not have the audacity to be around for the raising. I like to call these types of girls butter boys. Every man calls their mama butter boys. These are the types of people that hop on Facebook making statuses about how, you know, crappy the grandparents are. No, bitch, you ain't worth a shit. Go ahead with angry comments. I don't care shit. I'll even wait for you to get around Wi-Fi because I know you ain't got no minutes on your phone because your man ain't got a job. He's locked himself in the bathroom. He's in there recording his mixtape for his SoundCloud audience of 14. No, seriously though, tell me I'm lying. Go in there. I bet he's in there right now making fake gun noise that sounds more like a water sprinkler after Granny hits it with the lawnmower. I know what you're thinking. Damn, Bryce, who done pissed you off today? Let me tell you something. My name is Bryce. I can piss myself off myself. What, just because it's Friday, you expected sunshine and rainbows? What, this ain't no damn Pride Parade, Jack. Boy, this is fucking Woodstock 99 on crack and 4 Loco energy this way. Fathers these days ain't no better, you know, sitting on their hand-me-down couches, watching the football game, bitching at the refs. Dude, your kids haven't heard from you in months. You tell me who's really missing calls. I went to school together with this kid. He didn't have no father. He used to cry about that shit. He went to fucking therapy and everything, you know, and 10 years later, he walks out on his kid, and I gotta admit, that is one hell of a coping mechanism, my guy. He's got his son's name tatted on his arm, so he'll be in the club, you know, look at the flick of the wrist. You know, like, bitch, yeah, you need to flick that fucking wrist and remind yourself that you left him out in the parking lot with a fucking window crack, a fucking Kool-Aid jammer, and a fucking Jason Aldean greatest hit CD. You sick fuck. Toby Keith, maybe. At this point, this is not even comedy anymore. This is a nuclear warhead control center, and I'm in here smashing buttons like Donkey Kong after he got a mixture of Cialis and Captain Morgan. This video was originally about not providing, but yeah, I chose violence. You can blame Cat Williams or Kendrick Lamar for that one, okay? I'm only following suit like a presidential bodyguard. Get it? Because, like, he's a bodyguard, and he's following, and he's also got the suit. Did I ruin the joke by trying to explain? Oh, who gives a shit? I tried to explain to not be a piece of shit. You guys didn't catch that one. Take it from me, it's not easy being a man with lots of power. I mean, light bill is pretty expensive. Anyways, I figured I'd stop in today and give my victory speech, being as I won last night. I know last night most of y'all were watching the main election, but if you would have turned the TV channel over to MTV3 or Spike or ESPN 12 or some shit like that, you would have seen I was in competition. Last night, I was successfully reelected as the head of the household after 4 terrible years of just god-awful management by the last party. True, she might have been my ex, but when she made herself the furniture designator, that was the last straw. What you mean I can't hang my dear head above the toilet? She even vetoed my idea to put a couch in the bedroom. I thought that was a great idea. Who doesn't like a couch in the bedroom? Hair in the drain was a big issue for her. Never have seen it so bad. Under any leadership, all right, worst drain to hair ratio in history. You can check the facts. Immigration was probably the worst. Every time I come home from work, she'd have somebody over. She didn't give me much action either, you know what I mean? That's what it was. She was worried about the wrong borders. Now, I'll be honest, when she stepped down from the campaign trail back over the summer, I thought it'd be a shoo-in, and by step down, she broke up with me. However, I was wrong. I never considered her ex-vice, my 3-year-old son, to be such fierce competition. I was honestly shocked considering this is what he does 90% of the time. Dad, hey, dad, watch this, dad, watch this. Whoa! He picked up right where she left off, you know. I should have known they were in cahoots together. His no diaper clause had the young voters in the chokehold. But we stood strong. We got the win, you know, and I just want to say, you know, I just want to thank God, you know. I like to thank my Wi-Fi man for coming around all the time and making sure that the Wi-Fi is good. Y'all know I don't typically pay my phone bill. Not because I can't necessarily afford it. I just don't like talking to you motherfuckers. I would still like to congratulate the other party, of course, you know. Hey, he ran a great race. Work can really suck when you're not a morning person. You ever got dressed and went to work only to realize you came in on your off day? Then the ketamine wears off and you realize you don't even have a fucking job? Everybody's got work names and shit. I got a work name. My name's Blister. Is it because I work hard? No, I show up after it's done. One girl used to work out there we used to call her roadkill because she had an STD, and if you slept with her after a couple of days, you swell up and start to smell funny. Hell, she burnt the whole crew. Around here, we call that staph infection. The key is to give off the impression that you work hard. You see what I'm saying? A good indicator of that is if you sweat a lot, you know. And listen, you ain't got to tell them that's because you was at the titty bar till 4:30 last night. I hate it when every time I try to call into work, they just assume I got car problems and offer to come pick me up. Ain't nothing wrong with my feet. Hell, I ran cross country, track, and the police. I ain't got no problem with my feet. I just don't want to go. Most people like to start the day with a nutritional breakfast. I like to start the day with Coke. They say the early bird gets the worm, but my cat catches birds all the time and he just lays around licking his nuts all day. So what the hell does that say about your stupid ass expression? They say not to wake up and choose violence, but violence chose to wake me up, hell. And I work, but that don't mean I like to. I mean, if it was up to me, I'd much rather take that samurai sword I bought down there at the fall festival and take it out there in that mist and just go full Tom Cruise on some aliens and shit. But truth be told, I can't, because if someone saw me do that, I have to go to my therapist again. Anyways, I gotta get ready for work. Y'all wish me luck today. Being toxic used to be my middle name, or as I like to call it, rational thinking. My ex used to always tell me I should listen to reason. Maybe so, but then again, why do you always listen to the friend who's been divorced twice? All I'm saying is if the girl can fake the sex, why can't I fake everything leading up to it? Hell, I even lie about my name. I told this one girl I was Draymond Green. That's the problem with a lot of y'all these days. Y'all get with assholes and get upset and depressed when they start acting assholey. Especially when you live in Alabama. Like, y'all grew up together. You knew how he was going to turn out. Most relationships these days are trauma bonds. Conflict is like Viagra to these people, except you don't have to wait 4 hours for it to go down because you'll be too busy looking for more shit to bitch about. I kind of feel like marriage is just two people being like, hey, we've already been through so much shit already, we might as well just tough it out. Some people think it's toxic to track their girl's location. I wholeheartedly agree with that, which is why I hide in her back seat. But not for real, toxic relationships do alarm me just a little bit. Buddy and his old lady were arguing the other night, and I asked if everything was all right, and they said they were setting the mood. And it makes me just a little bit curious about some things, you know? What if you're at work and your boss yells at you? Do you get a boner? I'm a bit toxic myself. I threw my Christmas tree out in the yard last year. Why, you may ask? I don't remember. It probably wasn't that big of a deal. I tell you guys, getting medicated really isn't that bad of an idea. I mean, it sure beats the shit out of trying to come up with an excuse as to why your Christmas tree is out the front yard. I'm making up all kind of bullshit. I told one of my neighbors I brought it home and it had a wasp nest in it. Having a one-nighter in 2024, it's like eating Taco Bell after 10:30 p.m. You're well aware it's a bad decision, but you do it anyways, only to regret it an hour later. Sometimes that taco be a little spicy. You gotta take a pill after to calm the burn. Some guys like to brag about it, like, calm down, Lane, we've all had a taco before. Well, except for my salad tossers out there. Shout out to my booty bandits. And I got a buddy that's like that. I never judged him. Hell, I knew all along. Hell, when we were in school, he used to fold his papers hot dog style. Sometimes you get a little excited and have an accident, and, well, just like Taco Bell, all you can say is you gotta be shitting me. I'm a farmhand, believe me. It might work for the job, but it's still a hoe. And yet I still get the urge to plow. I'd rather eat tacos from the little Mexican stand they got down there in Willacoochee, Georgia. At least after I eat there, I'm not bloated and there's no pregnancy scare. Some of y'all need Jesus, and he ain't even hard to find these days. All you gotta do is walk into your local Chick-fil-A and ask for him. He's in the back blessing the chicken. From now on, if I get urges, I'm using this guy right here. I call him a 5-finger death punch. That's right, ain't none of y'all can get a piece of this limp biscuit. I'm not messing around with nobody anymore. From now on, I'm sediment. So I've been watching 007 movies all day, and if there's one bit of information that you can gather from everything, or one lesson to be learned, it's the fact that this guy's definitely HIV positive. Dude goes around tapping ass like it's a contract incentive. Dude gets more ass than a BBL surgeon. Dude gets more ass than a Taco Bell toilet. Dude's one shoulder kiss away from getting Me Too'd. Name's Bond. Jail bond was denied. It's just I've played enough video games in my life to know that storage is limited, and he's got all those guns and go-go gadgets. He definitely don't have room for Roberts and healthy contraceptive habits. So when y'all make magic, it soon turns tragic and your cooter gets ratchet. His name might not be Michael Jordan, but he hopped in that ass and hit that last dance like he choreographed it. I could be a rapper, like, I could, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got the voice for it though, you know, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? That's not intimidating. Playing Call of Duty growing up, we used to kill people and teabag them. Bond's a whole different breed. He'll kill someone and go teabag his wife. I don't blame him though. Every time he tries to settle down, she dies. And then he tried to settle down again, and then he died. So I don't blame him. James Bond is literally a high school jock with a particular set of skills. I don't really know where to go from here with this video, so I guess that'll do it for today. See y'all tomorrow. Lost my virginity to a sock, and now I have a foot fetish. Anyways, I was at Walmart the other day. I was in there looking for a book on how to cure dyslexia, only I couldn't find it because I got dyslexia. And then I heard it, like a fart in the wind. Sir, may I help you? I turned around and there she was, Sam, Employee of the Month the past 3 years running. I've seen this woman ring up groceries so fast the scanner melted. She just calculated the rest of the shit in her head. When they get new self-checkout machines, she trains them. Sam's never double-bagged anything in her life. Instead, she uses the power of Jesus to keep them strong in flexible times. I once saw this woman jump-start a car with her bare hands, which is even crazier once you consider the fact there wasn't even an engine in it. This one time, this addict was trying to take the store hostage because they ran out of keyboard duster. Sam morphed into a cop, shot him dead, then morphed into a paramedic and brought him back to life. Scared him straight too. The guy was sober after that. I give Sam a lot of credit for that, you know what I mean? That guy went on to be Robert Downey Jr. Anyway, Sam sat there and read that whole book to me, cover to cover. And now I no longer have dyslexia or erectile dysfunction. After that, I felt like I could trust Sam, so I made her my therapist. Sam even invited me to her club, Sam's Club. She built this store from the ground up with her bare hands, using nothing more but double D 47.2 million zip ties and a crescent wrench. I told her I'd be going to check that place out soon. Thanks, Sam. Is it just me, or has Coke been tasting a little off recently? I'm referring to the drink, by the way. Let's just start there. Look, I might look the part, all right, but I don't need that shit, all right. I got ADHD. Okay, I got stimulant naturally. On the bottom of my foot, it says "Made in Colombia." I was born with a brick lodged in my arteries. I'm like Lucy in real life, but instead of getting superhuman abilities in my possession, I'm just an asshole with subpar mobility, and I'm always stressing. My mixtape drops Thursday. But no, seriously though, man, Coke tastes like it went on a diet. Like that one tire on your lawnmower, just flat for no reason. Used to, you'd open up a can of Coke and it sounded like it was aggressively trying to tell you to keep a secret. Just psh. I opened a Coke the other day, it sounded like tell whoever. All I'm saying is Dr. Pepper never let me down like that with its authentic 23 flavors. And you may be asking yourself, Bryce, what are the 23 flavors of Dr. Pepper? To which I reply, for God's sakes, it's 2024, go Google that shit. I seen where someone said it's because they partnered with Microsoft and now they're starting to put nanobots in it. Nanobots? You mean the same things that saved Tony Stark's life after Thanos shanked him as if he just went into his cell and stole his honey buns? Yeah, I'd take some of those. If they could save lives, they could taste a little better though, I guess. And just wait till Alex Jones gets a whiff of that shit. He'll be on Rogan's podcast by the weekend. Why is it that when someone gets rich, they always have that same old pity party ass story? Back when I was growing up, we was so poor, we showered when it rained. I was so poor, if we wanted toast, we had to leave a piece of bread out the night before, let it dry out. We had a toaster, but it was the heater. I don't even have nothing. I got robbed the other day. Guy asked me what I had. I said nothing. He took it. Before I got famous, I was selling my body and the payment was out. I got to sleep there that night. Just thinking about how I was going to have to sell the kids. Shut up, bitch. I get rich, I'ma tell the truth. Yeah, growing up, I had a little money. I just like to smoke, drink, gamble, be in debt, impress women. Then I bitch about my financial situation before quickly realizing that nobody gives a shit, which leaves me with only one thing left to do. Record myself implosion on social media for the entire world to see so I can gain monetary benefits from it and do it all over again, because the mentally unstable are the most fun. This is what happens when you forget to take that medication you can't quite pronounce. My dad used to always tell me there's a big difference between being poor and just having poor spending habits. And, hold on, he didn't say that shit. What was that shit my dad used to always say? Oh yeah, get out the house and get a job. Some people feel the need to hop on Facebook and tell the world every time they go on a fancy new diet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm happy going on a diet. Truthfully, sincerely, I just Kind of feel bad you thought people actually gave a shit. The craziest part about these types of people is they're usually skinny. It's like going and getting another prostate exam after you already been checked. After so many times, clearly you're here for something else. Don't let me get to the bottom of it. Plus, it's like the 5th diet you've been on this year. Your diet is criminal. It falls victim to the pork every time. Making the little Facebook statuses. Oh my God, so excited. Day 1 of my new diet. Hashtag no second helpings. And they'll post that shit, and it's a picture of a Diet Coke and a lean cuisine. Clearly someone didn't love you, and I'm sorry for that, but for God's sakes, eat some ice cream like a normal fucking person. I can tell you're on a diet. It's been far too long since you've had any meat. Get out of that tree, man. I'm trying to do a video. I diet like a man. 3 W's. Whiskey, water, weenies, because I like hot dogs. People ask how I stay so skinny. Stress. See, I'm not a stress eater like normal people, you know. I'm a stress beater, you know. When things get hard for me, I like to play with it. Going to jury duty is like a family gathering. You see a bunch of judging. You don't know half the people that showed up. You're kind of nervous, so you don't really want to be there. But if you don't come at all, you're going to be in trouble. You see, I went to jury duty once. You ever try to outsmart someone and it kind of just blows up in your face? I was told by an apparent dumbass that... I was told that if you wanted to get out of jury duty, all you had to do was say that you knew the person on trial and they would just let you go. Okay, I didn't know you had to be specific. They get us all sat down in there, run us over the whole, you know, shedang-dang and shit, and bring the dude out. I go to cheesing ear to ear. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to white lie my way right out of this shit. She was like, does anybody in this courtroom know this guy? I rose my hand. I was like, hell yeah, I know this man. She was like, how? Bitch, what? I didn't know I had to supply this information. I didn't think that far ahead. I tried to play it cool though. I was like, we went to school together. She was like, what class? What the fuck? What is this? Hell, at this point, I'm the one on trial. The other guy, he was trying to play into my shit too. He was like, yeah, I know that guy. Y'all gotta let me go, right? He tried to get up and leave. They shot him like 3 times. Now, that's something you don't see at a family gathering. Last night, I got to see Tyson's Cheeks on Netflix. I see why they call him Iron Mike. But he's got a brick wall for an ass. He should have just went out there throwing that thing around. It would have been a better fight. I can hear the announcers now. It seems Tyson's changing his stance to south draws. Tyson really hurt him with that super yam punch. He likes to follow this up with the haze shaker. Don't forget about the upper butt, Bob. Tom, shut the fuck up. I tell you what, guys, this fight is I gotta give the ladies credit, though. The women stole the show last night. That one girl got a nasty cut above her eye, though. It looked like she had a second pair of lips. I thought that chick done knocked her face upside down for a second. That bitch had her looking like Tom Tucker's son out there. She opened her third eye, but like literally. This woman opened a portal to a different dimension on her face. For a second there, I thought her whole eyelid was gonna pop off. I was like, oh my God, this lady's about to make her sleep with one eye open. I get a girl credit, though. She got a lot more heart than me, because the second my shit got split, oh, we going to the house. Matter of fact, take me to the nearest sporting goods establishment. We ain't fighting no more. Next person trying to split my shit gonna catch spray tan. What blows my mind are the amounts of people that stayed up late to watch it last night and then want to hop on Facebook bitching and complaining because it was disappointing. I mean, what'd y'all expect? The man's 60. I mean, I stayed up late to watch it, but I knew I was gonna be disappointed. Hell, it ain't nothing new to me. I get disappointed late at night all the time. It just usually has to evolve around a female. And I don't blame Netflix for having buffering issues. I mean, that's the most people they've had on that platform since Obama was in office. Give them some credit. But yeah, anyways, it's time for me to cancel my subscription again, but don't worry, I'll be back just enough time to watch the new season of Stranger Things in 2037. Hi, welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order? Yeah, let me get an ice cream. All right, what flavor? That's all right. Let me get... Hold on, did you say what flavor? Yes, sir. Sir? I'm sorry. I'm shocked right now. What? Y'all got the ice cream machine working? Yeah, we had a crackhead come fix it for 2 McChickens. Fuck, man, that's kind of fucked up, man. He would have did it for a lot less, man. That's bad business on y'all's part. Look, do you want the ice cream or not? Yeah, I want the ice cream. I'm sorry. So many decisions, man. Damn, let me, let me get a... Oh, son of a bitch. Letting a friend borrow $20 till tomorrow is like eating Taco Bell before a funeral. You know it's a bad idea, but it makes you feel better in the moment, even if you're going to regret it 45 minutes later. You know how hard it is to cry at a funeral with diarrhea? It's like a Kim Kardashian sex tape. You can try to hide it, but it'll leak eventually. My grandpa always said if you want to feel like Bill Murray from Groundhog Day, just let somebody borrow $20 till tomorrow and watch tomorrow never come. Hell, I let my buddy borrow $20 till tomorrow back in 2017, and it's been March the 2nd ever since. People wonder why I don't age. If I give you $20 in cash, I expect $20 in cash back, okay? It's a principle, you understand? For instance, one time I let my brother borrow $20, right? And he paid me back in bud. I was so pissed before I smoked it. I was like, man, this some good shit. What? I got curious, and I was like, what'd you spend that $20 on anyways? He was like, the bud you're smoking. I was mad all over again. Then he tried to play it off cool. He was like, but it's your Christmas present. I was like, bitch, how you gonna use my money to buy my Christmas present? Bitch, I hope you got the receipt for this shit. I wanted a tackle box. Santa Claus is like the Nike of Christmas. Everyone ignores the sweatshops. Santa's a creep, and I think the man should be locked up. There just ain't no good reason some fat dude with a beard should know when my kid's sleeping. Hell you mean this guy's got a list and he's checking it twice? Santa keep fucking around, he gonna be on a list. It's gonna require him to go door to door whenever he moves to a new neighborhood. This guy's supposed to be for the kids, and he's hanging off my chimney looking for the hose. Mean to tell me I almost got stabbed in Walmart fighting over the last Easy Bake Oven just so I can go and give the credit to some pervert who'd rather use the word naughty as opposed to bad? Naughty's just too sexual, okay? No. I've been on them adult sites, okay? I've seen a role play or two in my lifetime. I know what happens when someone's been naughty. By no means were these flicks Christmas movies, but they definitely had their fair share of milk and cookies. At this point, toss a man a footlong and call him Jared from Subway. Santa's got to ride around in a Prius to deliver presents in the South. Last time he brought his sleigh down here, they had to change Cupid's name to Cube because, that's what he looked like in the bottom of my freezer. Dancer sure was dancing. He even showed us a new move. It was called the Denzel from Training Day. Anyways, Merry Christmas, y'all. I know it's still a whole nother month from now, but I figured I'd go ahead and tell you guys why I'm still in good spirits before Mariah Carey just ruins everything for me. I understand that this post might rub some parents the wrong way, but then again, I've never been good at reach-arounds. If my son wants to play sports when he gets older, that's all cool. My son ain't coming home with no damn participation trophy. If my son comes home with a participation trophy, I'm going to strap Tanner right to it and I'm going to blow that shit up, all right? There's going to be so many trophy pieces raining out the sky, they're going to change the name to Precipitation Trophy. Aaron Hernandez never got a participation trophy. Look how he turned, well, minus that one thing. I'm just trying to prepare him for the real world, It's tough out here. There's no participation trophies in the real world. Sitting up there in the delivery room, old lady pushes out the baby. Baby ain't even yours. Nurse comes in, ooh, tough luck. Here's a participation trophy. Get him next year. Like, what the fuck? You give a participation trophy to the running back who's ran 30 touchdowns that season. Then you give the same trophy to the kid who's been sitting on the bench all year. You're basically telling him that he can be just as successful with the least minimal effort, and it don't work like that in the real world. Sorry. If you ain't first, you're last, all right? Ricky Bobby's daddy told me that. And he might have been high when he said it, but I was high when I heard it. It checks out. Whenever I got fired from the DOT, I didn't get a participation trophy. Not a laminated, no, not shit, all right? What I did get is banned for 2 years. I did get that. That's the other point I want to get to in this video. Kids, don't do drugs. Drugs are terrible for you, and if you do them, you're going to end up like me. Mildly successful, decent looking. On second thought, different strokes for different folks. I'm joking, guys. I'm actually not that bad to reach around. I don't too much care to drink because when I do, I'm irresponsible, and it's a large part due to my friends because they take my keys but not my legs. This video is obviously a joke. I don't have any friends. It's just when I get drunk, I lose all sense of social cues. Like this one time I got kicked out the Waffle House because I thought the girl was flirting with me. I ended up freaking her out. I told my brother about it too. I said, man, I don't understand, man. That girl was totally messing with me, to which he replied, Bryce, she was asking you what you wanted to drink. That's another thing. I need y'all to take my phone too. Last time I got drunk with it, I texted my kindergarten crush, told her I missed how her crayons were always sharpened. Don't get me wrong, I can drink and still use my head, y'all. It's just usually the wrong one. Let's get it clear though, just because I don't like to drink that much does not qualify me or mean that I'm giving any type of designated driver services. What kind of sane-minded, sober person would subject himself to such debauchery? It's not that I don't want those people to get home safe, believe me. It's just I'd rather walk ass backwards into a wood chipper than hear another grown man get emotional about social issues as if he isn't one cut off in traffic away from a hate crime. Going to the bar and not getting lucky is really not that big of a difference than having a one-night stand. I mean, you have a little bit of fun, you wake up the next morning regretting it, and you got the shits. That's why these days I drink alone and I drink at home. I told myself being single was gonna be a blessing because now I get to go wherever I want to go and do whatever I want to do, and hell, I get to eat wherever I want to eat. Turns out I was wrong. Hell, I can't even make up my own mind. I don't need a partner to complicate things for me. I get them my own way just fine. When it comes to getting things done, I'm a pro. Procrastinator. If I got two very important things I need to get done in one day, I'll sit around and contemplate which one is the higher priority, and then I'll usually go to bed because the day's over and I didn't accomplish shit. I got single when I told myself I was finally gonna get me a new tattoo, and now every time I drive by the parlor, I say the same thing. I say, man, we ain't got the money for that right now. Man, that's some shit my ex used to say. Everything reminds me of her. And not the fact that we have a son together, that's besides the point. The point is that I'm autistic, which means I can paint and draw really well, I just have trouble pronouncing my R's. Are me and my son's mom on good terms? Absolutely, of course. Is she gonna give me shit for this video? Oh, 100%. I tell her all the time, I'm a comedian. She should have never took me seriously. One of these days, I will run out of shit to talk about. But it won't be today. And the reason being is because there's two of me. And whenever I tell people that, they say, what, you got some kind of superpower? Are you a mutant or some shit? It's like, bitch, I'm bipolar. Going to jail is not fun, all right? I mean, that was by far the worst school field trip I ever went on. I actually went back a couple times as an adult, you know, just to see if things have changed. Well, that's not entirely true. I went back because I had to. I got caught with pot. But no, everything was the exact same. Well, except for that one part in the shower. I don't remember that from the tour as a kid. I did see a lot of my ex-classmates in there, you know. It's like a damn high school reunion every time I walked in that bitch. I remember one time I got arrested. The officer only had like 5 minutes left on his shift, which is code word for this guy really fucking hated me. He threw me in the back of the police car. I can't make this shit up, y'all. I swear to God. There was a damn pizza in the back seat with me. He had a seatbelt around it too, you know what I mean? He was one of those assholes applying safety precautions to a fucking pizza. I just got arrested for smoking. Y'all can't tell me that wasn't a trap, man. That man just wanted me to reach for a piece so he can reach for his. Hell, taking me to the slammer, this man was trying to drop the hammer. Hit me with that blammer, knocked me out my Pampers. Now I'm eating out of straws and sipping Kool-Aid jammers. My mixtape drops Friday, by the way. He ain't put a seatbelt around me, though. Where's my safety precaution? Hell, I got hemorrhoids. I need a stable sitting environment, all right? I ain't about to rip my asshole open because you want to take a sharp curve, Mr. Speedy. Only thing he said to me the whole ride was, don't take a bite of my pizza. I was a little disappointed about that. Hell, that was my third arrest. I thought we were celebrating.